A group of professional real estate agents were shown a property and asked to estimate its value. They were given a guideline price known as the list price. Another group of real estate agents were also shown the same property and they were given another list price and asked to evaluate the value of the property. The only thing is, the second group of real estate agents were given a lower list price. And when the estimates came in, the average estimate of the first group was higher than the estimate of the second group. This is an example of anchoring at play. When people do not know the exact value of the variable that they are judging, and when they are given an indicative number, they start with that as an anchor and move towards the estimate, but they do not move far away from the anchor. The point to note is that even experts are susceptible to anchors. And the fact is that the experts do not even know that they are under the influence of anchoring bias. The starting point need not be necessarily related to the value that is getting estimated. For example, suppose that a group of people are told that it requires 60 liters of seawater to produce 1 kilogram of salt. And another group is told that MS Dhoni has played in 300 plus ODI matches. Now, if both the groups are asked how many member nations are present in the United Nations, and most people will not be knowing the exact answer, they will be required to make a prediction. The first group is likely to come out with a much lower number, and the second group is likely to estimate a much higher response. By the way, the correct number is 193. You don't even need to start with anything related to the United Nations. That is priming. We are exposed to an idea and that influences us to think about an associated idea. What is the relevance of anchoring and priming to project planning? In the context of estimating task durations and project timelines, planners are subject to extensive anchoring by the sales function and the senior management. When quoting for a prestigious project or when it has been just bagged, the senior management does not necessarily wait for the project planners to come out with their thinking. Their thinking is influenced and this is anchor. Indeed, the planners and the other functional managers are exposed to various efforts, various events of things becoming cheaper, better and faster, and this is priming. Why are people afraid of air travel, even though it is very well known that the probability of an air accident is far lower than an accident on land? It's because of the deep emotional impact an air crash causes. When any experience has created a deep impact or an emotional impression, then that stays in our memory for long and is available for recall even when it is not required or relevant. The ease with which people are able to retrieve an event influences the estimation related to that event. Often project managers state that the customer approvals take a long time. They complain that the government approvals never come on time. A few incidents which created an emotional impact are sufficient to stick to these conclusions. Even if such events are rare, planners would love to play safe and overestimate the frequency of government delays, customers taking a long time, etc. So project planning becomes a tug of war between project managers on one side and senior management and sales function on the other side. Top management and sales are overconfident. It's natural to expect this because they are somewhat removed from the operational reality. Also, they are subject to other pressures of competition, or they want to create pressure on competitors. They are keen to reduce project lead times. This acts as an anchor to the project managers even before they begin to plan. But the project managers live in a different reality and they see the problems of overconfidence every day. This is what is available to them as experiences. Therefore, they start looking for evidences to confirm their availability bias. They are stuck between the proverbial rock and the hard place. What is the way out? It is so difficult even for individuals to get rid of their biases, but it is possible for them to be aware of their biases, take a step back, and use system 2 thinking. It is virtually impractical to expect a group of dynamic executives in an organization to shed their biases and start planning. At the same time, we do not want the results to be vitiated by our problems in planning.